About 3,500 million years ago, before any living things had existed, there was a bluish-green seaweed, one of which is scientifically known as Spirulina. For over 40 years, scientists and researchers have been amazed by its structure and quality. Thus, Spirulina has been used in almost every occupation, particularly in alternative medical science, where it has become a supplementary diet for elderly patients. Why are scientists stunned by the quality of Spirulina? Why do international organizations around the globe name it the best protein supplementary diet of the 21st century? Why do these celebrities choose Spirulina as their daily supplementary diet? And why do the Thais hardly know about it when the best place to grow this particular seaweed is in Thailand itself? Today, our Quantum Television program will precisely disclose the mystery of Spirulina. It contains 70% of protein out of its dry weight and consists of all amino acids. These amino acids will help in producing protein.
Yes, but what about the seaweed that we normally eat, for example? The Japanese seaweed I used to eat. Does it contain less protein?
Absolutely. It has only got 30 to 40% of protein, and more importantly, they cannot be digested. Moreover, Spirulina also consists of fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals. Therefore, once you take it, such components can unanimously work together to help restoring your body cells.
Okay, so it's got the complete nutrition, but I think we probably achieve that at each meal that we take, right?
If you still think that way, let's come over here. In order to be fit and healthy, we must take 5 nourishments in every meal. There are protein from meat like pork and chicken, and vitamin B from liver and eggs. Then our body will need vitamins and minerals. Broccoli contains vitamin A, corn has got vitamin E, and carrots has vitamin A as well. We tend to think that consuming all food and veggies in this table is enough, but in fact it isn't, because our body absorbs them differently. To be sure, I recommend you eat more. Take all the veggies in this basket.
All of this? Really? I will surely have a tummy ache.
Well, if you don't want that, you can take Spirulina, because all nourishments are contained in this one tablet.
All 5 nourishments?
Certainly, but more importantly, it is easily digested.
Whoa, great. Now let...
Yes, in 1974, the UN has declared Spirulina as the most ideal food for mankind. In other words, it is the dreamed food for the world.
That's correct?
Yes. Let's take a look at the video. Spirulina's structure is bigger than the normal seaweed, but its unique character lies in its very thin wall cell. Its internal structure consists of protein that includes 18 types of amino acids, or 70% of protein. Thus, it has the complete nourishments. But most importantly, it grows in the temperature that is very similar with humans, that is 36 to 37 Celsius.
System?
Of course, don't forget that it has the complete set of protein. In order to produce blood cells, our body needs protein, magnesium, vitamin B, and especially chlorophyll. Spirulina has plenty of those in it.
I heard of Spirulina because my friend introduced it to me, so I tried taking it. During the first 3 days, I had this sort of fever symptom. But it wasn't a fever. I kept taking it continuously for about 2 weeks, and I started to see the results. My skin that used to be very dry and all the scabs due to my allergy, it's gone. The problem of hair loss, dry and split ends, that also got better. What I was really impressed with was that my constant cold, shaking symptoms and paleness, that's disappeared as well. You know, the surprising result was that my shape, that used to be kind of chubby, right over here and over there, it also got better and more balanced.
And I kept taking it for 3 days. My body was aching all over at first, but in the 4th day of taking it, my gallstone came out. That's why I'm confident that this diet can improve my life. I already recommended my relatives, my friends, and especially my parents. My relative brought Spirulina to me and suggested that I should try it because it's helpful. I was hesitating at first, But after doing some research, I found out that this seaweed has a long history dated back from the Maya period. It became very popular in Japan. So I tried it. In just a short while, I felt healthier. Clearly healthier. For all modern executives who must constantly engage in social gatherings, I recommend you try Spirulina. You shall see the differences, I assure you.
I may look quite healthy, but in fact, I suffered from allergies since I was a little girl. I would eat this terrible cold 2 to 3 times each year. As an actress, well, I normally don't have enough sleep and never eat properly. And I still got this painful allergy, which is very irritating and hard to cure. After my friends recommended me to try Spirulina, I felt dizzy at first, then it slowly disappeared. I tried it for over a year now, and the allergy has never come back.
Actually, besides the 5 nourishments, it's also got chromatic substances like chlorophyll, beta-carotene, and phytoxanthine, all of which help our body to fight against cancer and keep us healthy.
Now, here is one of our key factor, the clean room. Please step inside.
Okay.
Next, I will show you the real thing, so you know what it actually looks like. Sit here, please.
Wow, it's really got the spiral shape.
That's right. The spiral shape is the origin of all living bodies, you see. Even our universe is in spiral shape.
Is it very difficult to reproduce them?
Nowadays, no. In the past, yes. Very difficult. Because of our climate, Thailand is the most suitable place to grow spirulina. In fact, the spirulina seaweed that we produce here is as perfect as the one produced in international research.
Okay, so where's the one that you reproduce?
Here it is.
What? Is that all we got?
Yes, we have been doing it for over 3 years, and this is what we've got.
Wow.
But in terms of industrial producing, we need at least 600 tanks of this.
Before we can get it?
Right, before we can produce your consumption. Now, here is our spray-dried machine, which is completely controlled by computer system. This is our key to making spirulina seaweed in an industrial manner. The machine will drive away the moist and dry the spirulina in order to preserve its nutrition as much as possible before we proceed to packaging.
What if we skip this machine?
Since seaweed is very moist, it may become very smelly. Also, it might contain some bacteria. Now, we probably haven't told you that our company has developed the spirulina seaweed for nourishing your skin.
Nourishing the human skin, how does that work?
By facial masking procedure, of course.
Are we talking about a regular masking with mud?
That's right. It may look very similar, but you will notice the differences because of the amount of nourishment that you will get is incredibly high. The nutrition contained in the seaweed can go inside your skin layer much deeper. Are you interested?
Well, I came all the way to Lampang. Now I must try it. Please pardon me. I'm going to try this facial mask.
After some studies, I found the benefits of spirulina seaweed. I tried it, and I noticed that my skin complexion has improved, especially my hair. It used to be very dry, so I put the seaweed on it. Now it's soft. More importantly, my skin is more radiant. I've decided to recommend it to my customers, not only to use it as a facial treatment and body mask, but also to take it as a supplementary diet. And my customers, they're all very happy. My aunt has introduced me to the greatest food supplement to help improve my memory. She told me to try Spirulina. I tried to see the results and the changes after taking it for about 2 weeks. Normally, I have to read several times before I can remember. Now, I only have to read it once. I feel fresh and can memorize things quite easily. Even when I get up very early, I still feel very fresh. No exhaustion at all.
Hi, here we are at Mrs. Lilawadi Wajarabon's house. Let's go inside and let's talk to her, shall we? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, I'm here to talk with you about the Spirulina seaweed. How did you get to know the seaweed in the first place?
Well, it started out with my friends. They recommended the seaweed to me, but actually I heard about it for quite some time now, even before my friends started suggesting it to me. But I didn't understand its quality and the miracle that it does until my friends suggested it to me again, and then I started to take it. Well, I must tell you that I used to take the pills for weight loss constantly. The reason I disappeared from the entertainment business was because I got so fat, very fat.
Yes, I remember seeing you once. You were quite chubby.
72 kilos was my biggest or highest weight. I think it was called the royal effects, From 55 kilos, I went straight up to 72. I remembered feeling like a big cow. I rarely went out, just stayed home and slept. But I didn't feel the pressure because I wasn't in the entertainment business anymore. It didn't really matter how I looked. Finally, it reached the point where I started to realize that I must take care of my body and my health. So I began exercising, and my friends introduced me to taking this seaweed. Then my weight started to gradually drop until now I feel I'm really healthy again.
You were saying your weight went up to 72. Now, how much did you actually lose? Because your case was a roid effect,
yes,
right?
From 55 to 72 kilos. It went very fast. Really, took me less than 3 months. I gained at least 4 to 5 kilos each week. Truly. I never felt full no matter how much I ate. I would eat the whole big pizza all by myself and then went to sleep. And then I'd wake up and start eating again. It's like I lost my gland of satisfaction because I was constantly controlled by diet pills. It got into the highest point where I couldn't stand it anymore, and then it started to come down. I exercised along with a combination of many different things until it gradually came down. It's like my health had been revived. It went down bit by bit. But to lose weight is so much harder.
It's easier putting it on
yes,
than taking it off, right?
Absolutely, very difficult.
Besides losing weight, what are other results that have an effect on your health that you clearly notice?
It's certainly the way I get up early in the morning. Usually when I woke up, I'd be like, sorry to say this, but it's...
Still half asleep, right?
Right, that's it. Everything is blurry. It's blurred so that I had to take the eye drops and those sort of things, you know?
couldn't keep your eyes open, yeah?
Yeah, that sort of feeling. And after I woke, I didn't feel fresh. I didn't feel active. But after taking this product, my eyes started to get really, really crystal clear. Honestly, I really started to see the results immediately after I woke up. I don't cling to the bed the way I used to be.
Lazy?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want to get up? Hard
like
to
I don't
get
have
up?
any energy.
Okay, well, I thank you for sparing the time to tell us your direct experiences with spirulina seaweed today. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Well, there's one more person who we're going to talk to. Coming up, we must meet Mr. Wirisak Kitapanik, the Executive Vice President of Sombun Trading and Consultancy Company Limited. Stay tuned.
My family and I have this business of producing parts and components for the production of automobile. I had to work very hard. It is very tough and exhausting. I'm suffered from heart disease for over 20 years. I started to think of how I could depend less on doctors and more on natural ways of staying healthy. That's how I became seriously interested in the supplementary diet. It's clearly an alternative choice of medicine. I'm very interested in it. Spirulina seaweed is the important source of protein of the future. Scientists have performed extensive research and discovered that it's quite similar to seahorse. So I started to take it. I've been taking it up till now. I'm stronger and my health gets better. And this is the reason I stopped taking other supplementary diets that I used to buy from all over the world. I stopped them all and replaced them with this. I saved a lot of money. I can sleep easier and longer. I'm so happy that I get to know this spirulina seaweed. My family and I are much healthier because of it.
Now I hope you can all understand why spirulina has been named the ideal food for mankind, the best source of protein for the future, and other certifications from important international organizations like the UN and the WHO. I hope that it's not too late for us to start taking good care of ourselves.
I've known this spirulina seaweed for about 2 years now. I'm not very healthy. I've suffered from high blood pressure, which is hereditary. My cholesterol and triglyceride level is also very high. After my son told me to take this and supervised me about it, I can stay away from the hospital. I was surprised that my blood pressure has come down, and so does the triglyceride level. My son concluded that my health improved because of the seaweed, so I told him that he would be blessed for doing this, for taking care of his mother, and for helping me get stronger.
At first, I wasn't sure, but finally I bought it and I told my nephew to try taking it. About 15 to 20 days after that, I noticed that all the scars in his hand had been improved. When I asked him how he felt, he said he felt better.
My symptom was that my hand would get very dry and flaky. I went to see the doctors. They gave me the medicine to take, but it didn't really help. They said I had an allergy. After eating the seaweed, my hand only got better and better, no